to make certain that everyone knows that you are my boss.
Because if I don't tell them, they'll never guess otherwise.
So, Master Bodley, today has been an excellent day. We have been granted beauteous weather. We have been granted wondrous visitors to our village. And we have been granted the ability to eat and drink pretty much whatever we want. So, and that is what we are talking about today. So, because we are going to talk today about what we eat, what we drink, why we eat it, why we drink it. Hint, it's not just because it's delicious.
Oh, no, it is.
It is. But then we're going to explain the receipts that we have for you today specifically. And we have some very special things today. I am most excited about them. But to begin, to talk about cakes and ale, of course, we want to talk about what it is that we eat and why we eat it and who can eat what. And the very first thing is that what we eat is controlled very often by how much money we have. Some things never change. It was the same in the 9th century, it was the same in the 13th century, it's the same today in 1532. The more money you have, the more variety you can have. So His Majesty, for example, when they do their midday meal or this evening's feast, they will have between 3 and 5 courses of 5 to 7 dishes each.
I know, right?
And because the mayor and mayoress want to impress His Majesty, they decided on 5 courses of 7 dishes each. Anybody here good with math? I'm looking at you. 35 dishes. My responsibility. However, I can do that. I've had to cook for Cardinal Wolsey. That was far worse. So,
Don't talk about Cardinal Wolsey.
sorry, that was out loud, wasn't it?
Aye, he's with us no more.
Yes, we didn't talk about that. So, that brings us to, when we talk about that, what we eat and what we drink is controlled by, how much. It's not just that, it's the things we can eat. So those who are wealthy, they will have a lot more meat in their diet, whereas those who are poor will have a lot more vegetables and, say, grains, something called pottage. Pottage is generally what's left in the pot, sometimes from the night before. There are some things that are popular with everyone. Everyone loves pasties. Not pasties, pasties. Pasties is an entirely different show. You can catch that at the Dragon at 8 o'clock on Tuesdays.
I've never seen it.
I don't want to see it, trust me. Stumbled in there one night, came out a week later. It was very scary. So, what happened? But there are some things that are ubiquitous among the, everybody loves pasties, but what you put in them, the wealthy might put in them meats and fine French cheeses and things like that. The poor will put in them perhaps vegetables, and of course everyone's favorite item, wealthy or poor, to put in them
Ale.
mushrooms! The wealthy like mushrooms because they are considered exotic. The poor like mushrooms because they are
Sweet.
That is right. And remember, there are mushrooms growing all over this festival site. Don't eat the ones from over there. As my good friend Keelan McDonough once said, eating those mushrooms was like the last time she had gone to Portugal. It was a very bad trip. So you must be careful. And that is why it is important to have a good mushroom boy. Mushroom boy, come up here. This is our mushroom boy. Everybody tell them what your name is.
William!
William. Thank you, mushroom boy. And William, you have done a very good job today. Come here, William. And it is a quartering day, right? So we get paid once a quarter.
4 times a year.
4 times a year. And I have not gotten my pay yet for the day, but as you have been very good to me, I am giving you special additional pay. Master Bodley will give you the rest of your pay when he pays the rest of the household.
Look for me at 8 o'clock.
So, the mushroom boy is very important because they can get in places the rest of us can't, right? Inside lugs, caverns, and they also get to taste the mushrooms, which is why you don't have any mushroom men.
Some get promoted.
Master William wants to become a spit boy.
Some do not.
Some don't get promoted. They more get like demoted.
About 6 feet on.
There's about 100 different kinds of mushrooms in the Tri-County area. About 70 of them are poisonous.
Then somebody has to try them.
Right. So here's a hint. If you ever do eat a wild mushroom, you want to try a tiny little bit. If it tastes even the slightest bit bitter, you want to spit it out. You want to reach for your mug with the strongest alcohol you can find. You want to
Swish it around in your mouth. And then you want to spit it out. Spit it out.
That's good liquor. I'm sorry, I swallowed.
Normally, if you've had a bad mushroom, you don't want to swallow.
It is better to spit it out, but that's really expensive stuff. So, that's one of the things. But of course, the second thing that controls what we eat and drink is, of course, the thing that controls all of our lives.
The church.
Cross yourself when you say that. Thank you very much for playing along. So the church decides, because they divide the year up, there are many fasting days in the year. Where you
Feasting day.
There are feasting days. Feasting days, you can eat anything you want.
Yay!
Regular days, you can eat pretty much anything within reason. Fasting days, you can eat neither flesh nor fowl, nor anything that comes from them.
No eggs.
No milk,
No cheese.
no butter. You know how hard it is to cook a torte without butter?
Fish oil is not the same. I'm just saying.
I made a plum torte using fish oil for the crust. Never make that mistake again, will I? It was bad. So you have to be very careful. I mean, and honestly, so what are the fasting days? It's all the 40 days of Lent, every Friday, plus some saints' days. Honestly, what kind of a lousy saint do you have to be to get a fasting day instead of a feasting day? It's like Saint Jude, the patron saint of lost causes. That's a fasting day. So, but of course, what exactly qualifies as flesh versus fish is somewhat nebulous depending upon how you look at what the church says. And for that I bring out a visual aid, our friend, the beaver. Everyone, this is Heaver the beaver. Say, greetings, Heaver.
Greetings, Heaver.
He is named after Anne Boleyn's childhood home, Heaver Castle. It rhymed. That was why I chose it. What were you thinking? So, Heaver here, obviously flesh, beaver. Could not have on a fasting day. But, according to the church, you can have beaver tail. Why? Because it swims in the water. Don't try to question this. Remember, these are the same people that bring you things like indulgences.
Celebrate priests.
Celebrating priests?
Celibate priests.
Oh, celibate priests. Aye. Enough pieces of the true cross to rebuild the White Hart after a hooligan set gone wrong. Oh, you were there. So we try not to question that. The other thing is, have you ever seen a rat from the front? Take a look at the beaver. Pretty similar. What was the Great Plague of London blamed on? I think not. I think it was a lot of really angry, tailless beavers seeking their revenge. Of course, if I had no tail, I'd be angry too, so.